Ready? Play.
And if you're wondering what this little thing is, well, let me tell you now, whether it be tea, coffee, or merely water, it tastes so much better from a talking tennis mug. And you know what? They can be yours if you wish to purchase one from our website. We've also got bags and stickers and hoodies and notebooks. Mira Andreeva. T-shirts as well, of course, coming in both black and white. And we've got a classic jumper for you as well, and many, many other things for you to purchase for excellent prices so you can look like some of the coolest people on the tour. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
My name is Clara Towson, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
I am Francisca George, and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Susan Leemans, and I'm a friend of the show.
My name is Zainab Sammaz, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hey guys, my name is Sasha Vickery, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Harris, and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Jan Faria, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Yes.
Take one. Well done.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Paolini, and I'm a friend of the show.
Wow, Jasmine, you got it in one time.
Ready? Play.
As we welcome those that are also watching or keen to watch the Andrey Rublev Felix Auger-Aliassime match, as we see another error on the forehand, this time from Riedi. Love 40 in his encounter with Minaur. Straight sets wins yesterday for Taylor Fritz and Novak Djokovic as well. They, of course, will be meeting in the quarterfinal. Djokovic has a 10-0 head-to-head advantage. Do we see him extending that? I would guess so. So 15-40 here. More break points for Riedi to save. He's already been broken once. He immediately broke back. Is he going to get broken again? Second serve is going to be a double fault. And so Minaur has that break advantage once again. Rublev and Auger-Aliassime just taking to the court. They'll be getting underway on Arthur Ashe in a few moments. course, this match is on the Louis Armstrong Stadium between Riedi and Minaur. Following this will be Swiatek against Alexandrova. Minaur serving here at love 15. Soon becomes 15-all. Neither player entirely comfortable on serve at the moment. Both decked out in blue. You would think that tennis players, an ace there for Minaur by 30-15, you'd think tennis players, and in particular their brand of clothing, would be keen to have a home and away style kit, wouldn't you? There'd be more t-shirts sold. I know some of the big guys, I know Nadal, for example, and I think Djokovic these days as well, has sort of a day outfit and a night outfit. But you'd imagine that if two players are both wearing blue, it would be a great opportunity to wear an alternative t-shirt. And in football, of course, they often toss a coin. In football, you have a home team and an away team, but I think they also, on occasions, when it's in neutral territory, toss a coin. A short ball there is put away by Riedi, so it's 30-all. A really incredible run for the Swiss, by the way. Minaur, I don't think he's dropped a set yet, has he? En route to this stage. And he's going to have a game point for 5-2. Remember, last time he got the break, he couldn't consolidate. Got some comments here in the live chat. Let's have a quick look at those. Yeah, I think Riedi will be lucky to get a set. I'm just seeing that one again, Jay. And Minaur consolidates, so it's 5-2. So he's very close to sealing the first set. Felix Auger-Aliassime and Andrey Rublev warming up on Arthur Ashe. Yeah, Felix against Rublev is on Ashe. Musetti against Minaur, which will be on later, is on Armstrong. We have one match today on Grandstand, which will be between Kostyuk and Mukva. That is getting underway in about an hour and a half. For now, we'll also have live coverage of that on the channel. Anyway, for now, I'll keep you up to date with these two matches. Felix and Andrey about to get underway. Minaur is very close to winning the first set. Going to get Felix up on the phone. As in the match. No, I'm not going to call him. Okay. They're still in the tunnel at the moment. See, or Felix is anyway. Not even on court yet. Missed serve down the tee by Riedi. And he's love 15 as well here, by the way. So this first set could be over and done with in a couple of moments. Decent depth from both players. And that's too long from Minaur, so it's 15-all. Yeah, I don't think this has been the highest of quality of encounters thus far. I did, Jay. I did. So I saw the 8 match points come and go. And to be honest with you, once that was done and we were going to a third set, It did feel like it was inevitable that Krejcikova would win, especially when she got the break of serve. Hats off to Townsend for breaking back. But yeah, crushing loss for her. And Barbora, just one of the most, if not the most, mentally strong player on tour, I would argue. I think it's helped her win the 2 Grand Slams that she did, which maybe she's punching above her weight as a result. Forehand +1 there from Riedi, and he gets to 40-15. 4-time US Open quarterfinalist, I think, Andrey Rublev. Is he going to get that breakthrough this year? Maybe. Never made a Grand Slam quarterfinal. Ten times, according to a quick check. 10-time Grand Slam quarterfinal. Is that right? Wow. Win or lose in a mature adult way. This is just an article from earlier on this year. De Minaur serving for the set at 5-3, by the way. Yeah, 10 times. Looks like it's 4 times in New York. At least once at Wimbledon, maybe twice, I would say. Certainly once at the French Open, and certainly once in Australia. So 3 times in Australia, twice at the French Open, once at Wimbledon. 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 10, and 4 in New York. And I think he might be 5 after today. Don't kill us with the time, says Andrey, because we have to get the towels. The umpire says, of course I will take this into consideration in a French accent, because he is from France, I believe. 30-15, Alex de Minaur. So he's 2 points away from winning this first set. An unreturned serve there, helping him get to this position. Labor Day Monday, says Mary Carrillo. Okay, let's turn you down a little bit so you can hear me. Players now warming up. The coin toss has been done. That is Felix against Andrey on Ash, but here on Armstrong, we're watching the 4th round clash also between Riedi and Rublev. We've got Rublev on a forehand into the backhand of Riedi, and it's a forehand from Rublev that he can't deal with, and it goes into the net. So it's 30-all. Yes, so we've got the winner of de Minaur Riedi will play the winner of Rublev Felix Auger-Aliassime. The winner of Minaur and Musetti will play Jannik Sinner or Bublik. So Sinner, Musetti, Rublev, de Minaur feels about right, but by no means certain. Especially Rublev Felix, I think, is probably maybe the closest one of all of those. Into the rally here at 30-all. A slice from Riedi. Can de Minaur deal with it? Yes, he can. Some of these balls, though, from de Minaur are a bit short. Nevertheless, they're very much into the rally. Changes direction beautifully there. And wins the point with an outright backhand winner. 40-30 set point. So, set point, Alex de Minaur. First serve goes into the net. Felix has been in a US Open semi-final. How about that? And a huge forehand is missed by Riedi. And therefore, Alex de Minaur takes the first set by 6-3. Felix has reached this stage with straight sets wins over Billy Harris, Roman Safiullin, and then, of course, that 4-set win over Alexander Zverev in the third round. It was a small surprise, I would say, despite Zverev's patchy form since Australia. Australia, of course, he reached the final, where Zverev said he thought he had a really good chance, and that demoralized him, the loss and the nature of it as well, the straight sets loss, where there was a huge gap. Andrey Rublev, by the way, 27 years old, and at 6'2", a little bit taller than maybe some might think. His win-loss record in 2025 is 32-19. His US Open win-loss record is 27-9. And he has 17 career titles to his name. It's an outstanding career that is missing one stellar slam run. Performed well elsewhere and can perform across all 3 surfaces, and yet has never been beyond the quarterfinal stage. Well, before he even gets to the quarterfinal, he's going to have to get past Felix Auger-Aliassime. Things going to form on Louis Armstrong anyway, with de Minaur winning that first set. Yeah, Jay, she seemed very deflated, understandably so. So, second set's about to get underway. Riedi's to serve, goes into the backhand of de Minaur. And de Minaur now with the forehand on the attack. He's going to have another forehand. Interesting, though, he went the different direction there. I think it was probably the wrong choice. And he puts his forehand long anyway. So, 15-love Riedi. Rublev and Auger-Aliassime are practicing serves, which tells us this is the last motion of their practice. And they are less than a minute away from getting underway. Do you get voting in the poll, by the way, as to who you think is going to win this encounter? And of course, hit the like button. And if you are new to the channel, hit subscribe. Forehand miss there again from de Minaur, so it's 30-love. Both players have been a bit loose on their forehands today, it seems. So, who is going to serve first in this de Minaur, in this Rublev Auger-Aliassime encounter? I think it's Felix to serve to the Russian, as the umpire gets ready to say, ready, play. Felix taking a few balls there, taking 3, then dispensing 1, taking another one, then dispensing another one, 2. He's got his 2 balls. He's ready to serve. Felix has been in semi-finals at Grand Slams, whereas Rublev hasn't, for what it's worth. Anyway, Felix goes out wide, but actually misses the first serve. So a second serve for Rublev to look at. Meanwhile, Riedi has 2 game points to hold serve at the beginning of the second set, having lost the first. Backhand return is mishit from Rublev, and it's 15-love for the French-Canadian. Okay, down the tee, forehand return from Minaur. Now it's on the other forehand as well. Remember, we've seen a lot of errors from both players on the forehand, so now on the backhands as they exchange them cross-court. Minaur changes directions. Still in the rally here, looking pretty neutral until a miss-hit forehand, I would suggest, or certainly hit too hard from Riedi, and we got deuce. Meanwhile, Rublev is on the board in terms of points as well, over on Ash at 15 all. Has that missed that forehand from Felix? I think it has. Yes, it has. Just missed into the tram line, so 15-30 on Ash. Riedi's serve clips the net, so it's going to be another first serve. How many likes have we got on this video, by the way, so far? Unreturned serve from Felix, and it's 30 all. Meanwhile, Riedi second serve at deuce here. Backhand return from Minaur into the backhand of Riedi. Really good depth. Net cord there, and Minaur's got a bit lucky with that net cord. Are we still in the rally? Yes, we are. It's going to be a smash, wild smash, and it's missed. It wasn't easy having let it bounce, but Minaur gets away with one there in a big way. One, he gets the net cord. Two, he does defend well, because after the net cord, it sat up nicely for Riedi, and he was close to the line, but really good defense. Riedi naturally letting it drop, but it did drop deep, and it was a difficult smash, and in the end, he missed it by some distance. Game point for Felix, by the way, for 1-love. So we've got a break point here for Minaur, by the way. Remember, it's 40-15 down in this game. Decent return. Down the middle at the moment. Could he come into the net here? No, Minaur. There's a few times I've thought he might come into the net, but he didn't. Anyway, we're into the rally here. Minaur on top. Minaur on top. Minaur on top. Minaur does come into the net, puts it away with a backhand volley, and he gets the break immediately. The third time, I think that is, he's broken Riedi's serve in this match. Riedi's broken Minaur once. And Minaur now leads by a set and a break. Because then the T with that serve does Minaur. It's unreturned, so it's 15-love. Felix on the attack. He has held, by the way. So it's love 15 on the Rublev serve. Not being able to deal with that Felix forehand. Minaur also on the attack, but he errs on the forehand side, not for the first time today. Katie Bolter there in the crowd. Excuse me. $15 all. Rublev Felix. So we see Mauret Safin there in the box of Andrey Rublev. Doesn't look like Mauret is wearing his accreditation, but whether that's because he forgot it or he's just being a maverick, who knows? Anyway, Minaur with an ace, setting up 2 game points for 40-15. Good return there from Felix. Felix on the attack now, this time on the forehand side, but he missed that forehand going long, so it's 30-15 Rublev. I can see this one being a long encounter. Riedi Minaur, on the other hand, feels as though it won't be a long encounter, and we'll be getting I think it's Iga Swiatek against Alexandrova on this court next. Forehand from Rublev is going to clip the net and land back on his side. So it's 30-all on the Andrey serve. Rublev, De Minaur on the attack with a wonderful forehand winner for 15 love. Hey, Nerlan. What are your big takes for us today? Backhand to backhand here with Rublev and Felix. Pretty important point here at 30-all. Could have a break point early on. Lovely backhand there from Rublev, and another one as well to put it away. 40-30 for the Russian. So a game point for him to get on the board there. Been some pretty lengthy rallies in that encounter. Hence, we've only had one completed game so far. De Minaur already applying pressure to the Riedi serve. 15-30 over on Louis Armstrong. Give us a follow on TikTok, by the way, at Talking Tennis TT. Meanwhile, Riedi serving here at 15-30, goes down the tee with an ace, so 30-all. Rublev on the forehand into the backhand of Felix, and Felix goes long with that backhand, and so it is 1-all over on Arthur Ashe Stadium. Riedi, that was his third ace of the day. Actually, he's behind De Minaur in that count. De Minaur's hit 5 already. 30-all. Misses the first serve, does Riedi. Forehand return from De Minaur. And it's forced the error. So we've got another break point here for De Minaur and another potential break. He broke twice in the first set and he's already broken once in this set. Felix is up 15 love, seeking a 2-1 lead. Good serve there from Riedi, but a really good return as well. And we're into the rally here. Riedi actually on the defense. De Minaur's going to come into the net, but he's going to be vulnerable here. Riedi goes for the lob. Doesn't make the lob because De Minaur smashes it for a break of serve. And Alex De Minaur leads 6-3, 3 love, double break. Feels as though he's almost got 1 foot in the quarterfinals already. De Minaur's another one of these players as well. Never made it beyond a quarterfinal at Slam. Rublev has been to 10 as he seeks his 11th Grand Slam quarterfinal today, but he's lost all previous 10. Much like Taylor Fritz has lost all previous 10 of his encounters with Novak Djokovic. And of course, they are going to be embroiled in a quarterfinal encounter tomorrow. What about the 3-set win for Vondrousova over Rybakina last night? It was on too late for me to watch, but I've seen lots of very, very positive comments about that match. And remember, Rybakina loses in North America, and the person she loses to wins the title. Does that mean Vondrousova is going to win the US Open? I suspect not. She's got Sabalenka next anyway. It's going to be a tough one, of course. The reigning champion in New York. She seeks her 3rd final in a row in the Big Apple. Felix, by the way, is up 30-15 on his serve. 1-all 30-15 over on Ashe. I just have a feeling that Ash encounter is going the distance, or it's going to be a long one. I think it's going to be 4 hours, whether it be 4 sets, 5 sets, I don't know, but it's going to be a long one. One that doesn't feel like it's going to be long is Riedi against Minaur. Double break here, and Minaur seeking to consolidate that break, comes into the net, doesn't put the volley away though. It's a good volleyer normally, is Alex, but not on that occasion. Love 15. Meanwhile, we're going all over the court here, and it's going to be 30 all over on Ash with Felix serving. The kid there very happy to get their ball. Just hope there's no Polish multimillionaires nearby to steal it. Okay, 15 all here, Minaur. Serves down the tee with an ace. 30-15. I've already had 1 cup of tea today. I will be having more throughout this stream, no doubt. Let me know what you're consuming. Maybe you're just consuming the tennis and it's enough. Minaur goes long there on the forehand. So another forehand error from Alex Minaur, despite the fact he's up a set and a double break. He has been spraying errors on the forehand side today. Meanwhile, we've got a break point for Andrey Rublev over on Arthur Ashe. Remember my picks for today, by the way. My 7 picks. John Nostradamus, they call me. And it's going to be a second serve as well for Rublev to look at. Break points all round at the moment. But let's see how this one between Felix and Andrey pans out. Felix on the defense. Andrey on the attack. Felix gets back into the rally. Backhand to the backhand now. But it's going to go long from Felix. And it is 2-1 Andrey Rublev. So, Andrey Rublev up a break. Minaur trying to save a break point here at 30-40. Backhand return from Riedi. Forehand cross court. Forehand from Riedi down the line. Good defense there from Rublev. And the back to neutral. Rublev was on the back foot to begin with. Minaur playing with margin right now. Both players playing with good margin, actually. But it's Riedi who blinks first. Missing. Going into the tram line. Deuce. It's Rublev who draws first blood on Ash. He's up a break early in that first set over Felix. Meanwhile, Minaur looking to consolidate his double break lead at the second set, having won the first. Backhand return from Riedi. They're into the rally here at deuce. It's Riedi again who blinks first, trying to go a little bit aggressive with that change of direction, and it fails, going into the net. So a game point for Alex Minaur. Felix and Andrey on a changeover. 2-1. Rublev leads with that break. And it's an unreturned serve from Minaur, so it's 4-love. Yeah, let's have a quick look at Felix's Grand Slam record. "25 years old, just turned 25 actually. Yeah, he's been in 2 quarterfinals at Wimbledon and the Australian Open. And he's been in a semi-final in the US Open in 2021. What a period that was for him, by the way. Wimbledon quarterfinal in 21. This is 3 slams in a row. In fact, let's go 4 slams in a row. Because he's Wimbledon quarterfinal, US Open semi-final, Australian Open quarterfinal, French Open 4th round, which, by the way, French Open 4th round doesn't sound amazing, but it's his weakest surface, and he lost in 5 sets to Rafa Nadal as the Spaniard went on to win his 14th French Open title. By the way, love 15 becomes love 30 on the Riedi serve with an aggressive forehand winner there from Minaur. So, Minaur right now is threatening the bagel in the second set. I think it's bagel discussion time for sure. 4 love, love 30. Rublev trying to consolidate his break on Ash. He's up 30-15. He was up 30 love in that service game. Meanwhile, Riedi backhand into the net. It's a tame one from Riedi, almost lacking any kind of vigor or belief. Riedi misses the first serve. So second serve here for Minaur to look at, and it's love 40. Transfer deadline day is approaching for those European soccer lovers out there. I say approaching, just hours away from many European countries, except for, I think, Spain. That's the only major European league. It's a few more hours away, but it's only a few hours difference. I think they all close today. Anyway, tangent tick. Riedi saves the first of 3 break points. It could have been even worse for Riedi in that first set, of course, because he had to save 3 break points in one game, 3 consecutive break points in one game. But he's not going to avoid the break this time because he's missed on the forehand side. Both players spraying their forehands, but probably Riedi a little bit more often. And it is 5 love, Alex de Minaur. He's going to serve for a bagel when they come back to the court after the changeover. Meanwhile, Andrey Rublev, I think he's held serve for 3-1. Yes, he has. So my predictions of de Minaur and Rublev so far looking pretty good. Still early doors, of course, on Ash. Not really early doors on Armstrong, though, because, I mean, this would take a hell of a collapse in this set alone for de Minaur not to go up 2 sets to love. 5 love he leads, and he's going to be serving for the bagel when he comes back to the court. Felix, by the way, 1-3. He serves down the tee, backhand return from Andrey. Forehand from Felix. Excuse me. And that forehand has landed. So it was an excellent forehand winner for Felix. That was obviously the forehand for the French Canadian that was really on the money on Saturday in that 4-set win over Alexander Zverev. Okay, Riedi on the attack here in this rally. Oh, but he's missed the forehand again. He was really so far up in that rally. It was almost as if the point was in the bag. And yet he manages to miss the forehand. Unforced errors from Riedi, 23. And I would imagine over half of them have been on the forehand. You might say, well, that's not a huge thing, you know, half and half. Well, it's not half and half because you also got volleyed errors as well in there and double faults as well. I guess drop shot is another kind of error even on the forehand or box backhand side, but I guess that gets lumped in with the forehands. Anyway, 15 all. Felix, by the way, has 3 game points for 3-2. Or I should say 2-3 because he is a breakdown. de Minaur, decent first serve. That backhand's going to land in. He's going to come into the net. He's got a smash to put away, which in the sunshine is not always easy. But with that cap, perhaps it helps. And he's done it, 30-15. And we will, of course, also be bringing you Alexandrova against Swiatek, Kostyuk against Mukova, Osaka against Goff, Musetti against Minaur, and Sinner against Bublik, all on the channel today. It's a good return from Riedi, really good return. He's got a forehand to put away, and this time he does, 30 all. The Swiss desperate to avoid the bagel. Excuse me. It's not a good sign, is it, for things to come? Blocked return from Rublev goes long, and Felix does indeed hold. So Andrey leads 3-2 with a break at the change of ends. Minaur misses on that forehand, and it's going to be a break point for Riedi. Even Minaur's been spraying shots today, which is a bit uncharacteristic for him. Yeah, not the highest of levels on Louis Armstrong, that's for sure. It's going to be a break point anyway for the Swiss. First of all, to avoid the bagel, and then secondly, who knows, maybe eventually get back into this set. But even if he wins this game, still feels a long way off. It's going to be a second serve for Riedi to look at here. Backhand return is going to be missed into the tram line, so deuce. Hey. Backhand return is a second serve at 92 miles an hour, but the backhand return from Riedi is going to be dumped into the net, and it's going to be a set point for Alex de Minaur. Just over, I think it's even less than an hour this match has been going. It's about an hour. 58 minutes. Forehand from de Minaur goes long, so deuce. Riedi here just fighting for some pride, maybe pushing that clock beyond the hour mark for these two sets, or even maybe avoiding the bagel. We'll see. What a return that is from Riedi, punishing that 95-mile-an-hour serve. Break point for the Swiss once again, his second of the game. He has broken the de Minaur serve already in this match in the first set, but de Minaur broke him twice, hence Alex winning that set. Goes down the tee. Forehand from de Minaur is going to go long, and so Riedi gets on the board 6-1. 5-1, sorry. He's happy with that one. To avoid the bagel. But his serving hasn't exactly been mightily impressive today, so you'd imagine he's going to still be pretty vulnerable on his serve. Been broken 3 times in this set, twice in the first, so 5 times he's been broken. I think he's held his serve 3 times and broken 5. It is 15-love, though. Backhand return from de Minaur. And it's going to be a missed backhand from Riedi for 15-all. Rublev has had a quick hold, by the way, over on Ash. So it's 4-2 there. I barely noticed that game at all. Over in a flash. Forehand return here from de Minaur. Backhand Alex. Just low net clearance there from both players. Now it's a slice from Alex. Big forehand there from Riedi. Well defended by de Minaur, but he's not going to be able to defend that. 30-15. Riedi extending this set. Felix looking comfortable on serve at the moment at 30-love. Ooh, a loose backhand there from Riedi, 30 all. Do hit that like button, by the way. Good return there from Rublev, by the way, 30-15. Okay, Minaur returns. Has had a set point already. That's good aggressive play from Riedi. Should put the volley away, and he does. A volleyed smash for 40-30 and a game point for the Swiss. And Riedi holds for 5-2. Change of ends. Backhand return here from Rublev. Good depth there from Felix. Felix here leading 30-15, and it's going to be 40-15 after Rublev dunks a forehand into the net. Very good, Ghosty. Very good. Very good. I saw your puns as well. Was it on Saturday, maybe? Oh, yeah, Wong. Yeah. Yeah, still, they're better than Damien's lame efforts. You're lucky you don't follow Damien on Twitter. He did one with Federer and Riedi and Kim the other day, and some sort of Swiss triangle, and I don't know. It was lame. Anyway, Minaur going to be serving for this set for the second time. He still has 2 breaks in the bag. Yeah, Damien does chuckle at his own puns, but he has to because he has to compensate for the lack of chuckles elsewhere. Okay, so 5-2, Minaur serving for again. Forehand from Riedi goes into the net. Rublev leading 4-3 with a break, so Andrey fans can be smiling right now. I can be smiling too as I tipped Andrey to win. Another loose forehand from Riedi, 30 love. Minaur 2 points away. He's had a set point already, come and go, on his serve as well. The previous time he was trying to serve it out, serving out for a bagel, potentially. Rublev serving here at 4-3. He's on the defense. It's a good forehand there from Felix. Love 15. Great return there from Riedi. He's hit a few of those today. 30-15. Not enough, though. Oh, a loose backhand there from Rublev, and it's love 30 on his serve. Mukova Kostyuk. Yeah, I think Mukova Kostyuk and Goff Osaka. Are they the 2 matches of the day? Maybe. 30 all here on the Minaur serve. So having something to think about once again, the Australian. Maybe Bublik Sinner could ignite. I mean, Rublev Auger-Aliassime, I think, could be a epic in terms of length. I do see it being a lengthy one, maybe 4 hours plus. And Minaur goes long on the backhand side, so 30-40. Remember, he was 5-love. By the way, Auger-Aliassime has 3 break points on Rublev. What a wild, wild set this is turning into. 5-love, set point on his serve. Remember. What kind of psychological damage would this do, by the way, if he doesn't hold serve here? Ooh, a backhand into the net from Riedi. Felix breaks 4-all. Felix with a hat on, by the way. Set point number 2 for Minaur. Set point number 2 also on his serve. Good serve. Backhand here from Riedi going cross court. Backhand from Minaur is unbelievable. He's going to come into the net for that volley, but he doesn't put it away. But he does react there. Unbelievable point from Alex Minaur. Really good reactions from him at the net. And he does finally get over the line and win this second set. And I'm going to go top up my bottle of water. So the stats from that second set. Oh, second serve points won for Riedi. 25%. That is, yeah, that is telling. Okay, Felix here serving at 4-all, 15-love. And it's going to be 30-love after Andrey nets on the return. Ghosty, you want to see my 7 match predictions for the 7 matches we're covering today? Just say yes if you do. All right, sure. That's the same thing. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh, where are they? Oh, here we go. There we go. Put them up on the screen. Felix holds 5-4. He leads now. Remember, he's 4-2 down. So it's 3 games in a row for the French Canadian. Piling on some pressure on Andrey because he's now going to serve to stay in the first set. I'm very confident about Minaur. And I'm confident about Swiatek. The others, I'm confident about Musetti. Reasonably confident about Sinner. Goff, Kostyuk, Rublev is... if you can translate that. Kostyuk over Mukova, yeah. I just think Mukova's been riding her luck in this tournament. A little bit. I don't think her level's been that great either. Mind you, Czech's not playing well and still progressing. I'm thinking of Krejcikova here, by the way. I'm not thinking of Lehetska or Vondrousova. Vondrousova, by the sound of things, played really well yesterday against Rybakina in that 3-set win. Smash here for Riedi. Puts it away, 30-15. I didn't make a prediction, Ghosty, for that one, just because we're not... I don't think we're covering it. Ghosty. So that's why I didn't call that one. But I would call it for Anisimova. with some confidence. Do I think Riedi will get a set? I don't, Enzo. No, I don't. Just too vulnerable on serve. Enzo, if you're new and you haven't hit subscribe, there's a subscribe button just below the screen. It would be amazing if you could click it. Ooh, Rublev under a bit of pressure, but gets away there. There's a little gift there from Felix at the net. It was a half volley pickup that he couldn't make, 15-all. Game point here for the Swiss. And he holds for 1-love. First time he's out take a lead in a set. Minaur is playing Musetti. Riedi, I think his live ranking is, I think, 164. I think he was 326. Is that right? 326 coming into this tournament? Don't know, that feels low. Because he wouldn't make the cut for qualifying, and he's not going to get a wild card, I don't think, for qualifying. Well, he might have been. He has a career high of 117. I think he'd probably have to win at least another match, but maybe even two to get to over that. Ace from de Minaur, 15-all. No, okay, so I think he was 160 something coming into the tournament. That's what he was, I think. Anyway, he's up to 1. Let me have a look. Yeah, 164, I think, is his live ranking. Okay, 15:30 here on the de Minaur serve. Rublev has held for 5-all, by the way. Nervy hold that one. Or potentially nervy. Felix to serve at 5-all. And de Minaur serving at love 1 in the third, but he does lead 2 sets to love. $30 all on the de Minaur serve. It's love 15 on the Felix serve, by the way. Oh, that's going to land in. We're into the rally here. Good defending, though, there from de Minaur. And Riedi goes long. Taps his racket on the ground. Not too malicious, that one, but he's frustrated, of course, because he was well up in that rally. Maybe he could have chased that lob down, as in, like, chased the net, rush to the net. 40-30. Backhand return into the net from Riedi, and it's a hold for de Minaur, 1 game all. Remember, up next on Louis Armstrong will be Iga Swiatek against Alexandrova, Ekaterina Alexandrova. Forehand here from Felix into the forehand of Rublev. Missed forehand from Felix. 15-30. Felix in a cap. Don't see that too often. I really love 15 on his serve, by the way. Goes down the tee, but I think that might have clipped the net. Yes, it did, because I mean on the first serve. Felix here, 15-30. Feels like an important moment. Forehand Felix, winner, 30 all. Lol, John, I don't even... The two matches and everything's blurring together. I'm not even sure what my joke was now. Oh, a miss-hit return there from de Minaur, and he gets away with it. Love 40 on the Riedi serve. Oh, okay. No, it was unintentional, Ghosty. I wish I could claim it. Damien would be claiming it, of course. Okay, backhand here from de Minaur. Stretch from Riedi, but he defends well. De Minaur comes into the net. What a volley from Alex de Minaur. His net coverage and prowess there is insane, especially on that occasion. Yes, he does get a little stroke of luck with that net cord. It just had to go over the net, though, and he was going to win that point on the stretch. I think he deserves that stroke of luck. And it's 2-1 Alex de Minaur. So, 2 sets to love up and a break. Feels like a long way back for Riedi right now, even if we know de Minaur has not been super solid on serve today. Meanwhile, Felix Auger-Aliassime holds serve for 6-5. When they return to court, or I should perhaps say the court, Andrey will be serving to stay in the first set once again. Really can't believe it. I mean, yeah, maybe. Can't believe it because it was phenomenal. Can't believe it because it was a bit of good luck. Maybe a bit of both. The cameras are close up on various members of the audience on Armstrong, and they're all waving. Oakley dokley. De Minaur here, 15 all on his serve. He did lose the first point, but he won the second courtesy of a mega serve into the body of Riedi. Of course, we had a challenger getting underway this week in Seville. We had Bonn Open champion Rodionov in the final of the Rafa Nadal challenger. But ultimately losing that final to Rafa Nadal graduate Danny Rincon. Double fault de Minaur, 15-30. Rublev on serve here, but he's missed that backhand. 15 all. Good to see we're adding some subscribers anyway. Ooh, Rublev under a bit of pressure. 15-30. And we're going to have a break point for Riedi. 30-40. Oh, 15-40 now on the Rublev serve. So 2 set points for Felix Auger-Aliassime. Trying to defy my prediction. Okay, so set point number 1 here for Rublev. Sorry, for Felix. Good defending there from Felix, by the way. Backhand into the forehand of Felix, and Felix goes long on the forehand, so 30-40. Did really well to stay in that point, and was basically at neutral. Minaur, by the way, holds with an unreturned serve, having staved off a break point. But eyes are on Ash right now, as we have a set point number 2 for Felix Auger-Aliassime. Rublev desperate for a first serve here. Backhand return. Forehand from... Oh, is that going to land in? No, I think it's missed. Felix misses on the forehand, just into the tram line. Deuce, 2 set points come and go. Applause there from the maverick that is Mouat Safin. Mouat Safin, remember, doesn't seem to be wearing his accreditation. But who cares? Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't care. Deuce. Forehand return is going to be long, and we're going to have a game point now for Andrey Rublev. 3 points in a row for the Russian. Love 30 on the Riedi serve. After the Swiss put a backhand into the net, cross court. Forehand from Felix, backhand cross court from Andrey is going to miss. Deuce. Was it Mouat Safin losing to Johansson in the Australian Open final? Double fault from Riedi, by the way, love 40. ...2002, yeah. And I think Safin was just hungover. That's what I've heard. There's a title here from a separate article. How did Thomas Johansson win the Australian Open? Back to Ash, and we have another set point for Felix Auger-Aliassime. You're not one, Ghosty. Okay. Set point number 3 here for Felix Auger-Aliassime. Double break advantage now for Minaur, 4-1 in that third set. Ooh, it's a super risky second serve from Rublev that I think Felix is not even sure it landed in, but the electronic checking system, whatever it is, suggests it was in. Felix is grinning. I'm not sure if that's a grin or a grimace, but anyway, a deuce. I mean, it looked long, Ghosty, but wow. Oh, I'm glad you got the LOL regarding my "you're not wrong" comment, Ghosty, because that time it was intentional. Okay, deuce in a huge moment. Oh, is that a backhand? Is that a forehand cross-court winner from Felix on the return? It is. I mean, he didn't challenge Ghosty because there's no point. Challenges don't really change anything. It just makes you feel a bit better, maybe, or gives you a pause because the challenge is only going to agree with the electronic calling system. So set point number 4 for Felix. All of these, of course, coming on the Rublev serve, and he's going to get a second serve once again to look at. Is Rublev going to get lucky again on his second serve? Remember, he was so close to hitting a double fault before. No, he doesn't hit a double fault. They're into the rally right now. Felix cross-court backhand. Rublev backhand cross-court. Forehand from Felix. That's something you want to avoid, but there's not much he can do about it at the moment. Rublev, he's on the defense. Oh, he was very passable at the net, was Felix, but Andrey doesn't make it. And as a result, he's broken. And he's lost the set. From 4-2 up, Andrey Rublev loses the first set by 7 games to 5. Alex de Minaur, 40-15 on his serve against Riedi right now. Andrey going to go off the court for a break. And hopefully a reset from his perspective. That was a set that certainly got away for the Russian. De Minaur here with 2 game points for 5-1. Let's have a look, see how this one pans out. Goes down the tee. But misses just long on that first serve. Lovely aggression here from Riedi, but wow, what defense from de Minaur. Repelling the speed of that last shot, making it look a lot easier than it was, and as a result, Riedi then errs on the next point, hitting into the tram line. 5-1, Alex de Minaur. Riedi, I thought Riedi wasn't moving super well, and we can see some strapping on his left leg, which he has just touched. Look at this, though. Felix was really passable at the net there. I mean, you've got 3 options, Andrey. You either go for the lob, you go for the backhand cross-court pass, or you go for the backhand down the line pass, attempted pass. In the end, he did none of the 3 and dumped it in the net. One thing you've got to do is just get it over the net. Felix actually has a positive head-to-head with Sinner, yeah, but I don't think they've played much in the last few years, right? Of course, they are on the same half, and Felix, Riedi, de Minaur, or Rublev. One of those 4 is going to be in the semi-finals. Probably not Riedi, if I'm honest. Rublev back on court. Riedi leads 15-love in this game. So Riedi's serving to stay in the match. Looking down a 3-2-1 loss here. Again, de Minaur defending really well, and it's just bothering Riedi immensely, and it's 15-30. On the Riedi serve. First serve goes into the net. Felix and Andrey are about to begin their second set. Felix won the first set 7-5. Back to Riedi here, 15-30 second serve. Backhand return from de Minaur's long. Thirty all. Second serve for de Minaur to look at. 2 points away is the Australian from a US Open quarterfinal. Forehand return from him is decent. Forehand from Riedi is not decent. Goes into the net, and we're going to have match point. Alex de Minaur. Very good, Ghosty. Very good. De Minaur. Return. Backhand. No, didn't land in. So second serve. 30-40. Oh, it's a double fault from Riedi. And that sums up his display. Hampered or not, I don't know, by that hamstring. But it is Alex de Minaur who progresses into the quarterfinals of the Australian Open, winning 6-3, 6-2, 6-1. De Minaur into a US Open final at quarterfinal. Is that his second? I'm going to have a quick look at his stats. Is it his second quarterfinal in New York? Yeah, he's been in the quarterfinals of all 4 slams, and it's his third quarterfinal at the US Open. He made quarterfinals in the French Open, Wimbledon, and the US Open last year. Of course, I remember he went out to Jack Draper, as we see de Minaur applaud Riedi off the court. Riedi's had a real boost to his rankings coming into this tournament, has the Swiss. His team applaud him off as well as the stadium. But it's de Minaur who progresses in straight sets for the loss of just 6 games. De Minaur played, quite well, but I don't think he had to play that well to come through today. For his third US Open quarterfinal. He, like Andrey Rublev, has never been beyond a quarterfinal at a Grand Slam. Maybe let's hear what de Minaur's got to say.
Alex, tough match against a guy came back from 2 sets a few matches ago. Obviously, you took nothing for granted. What were you most happy with?
Yeah, I was happy with my level, my focus. I knew he had some big shots, and he's had a hell of a week coming all the way through quali. So I wish him nothing but the best, and just happy to be back in the quarterfinals here.
Your 6th Grand Slam quarterfinal, your 3rd here at the US Open, your 27th hardcourt win. You're leading the tour. You talked last time about letting your racket do the talking, but how proud are you of the way your hard work is paying off on the biggest stage?
Yeah, super proud of what I'm doing, and ultimately this is where I want to be. I want to be playing for the big titles. I want to be in contention. I'm putting myself in the right places. So I've got another great opportunity coming up in the quarterfinals. I'm going to go out there, have a swing, and hopefully have some amazing crowd support like today.
You obviously had business to take care of here on court. Any part of you tempted to eavesdrop on the match between Felix, of course, there's a lot of talk about
tunnel vision. That's what it's all about for me. Head down, play your match, play 1 point at a time, and that's what I've been doing for my whole career, and isn't going to change now. Now that I'm finished, I can grab my popcorn and go ahead and watch that match.
This is New York. People from all over the world gather here. It is amazing to think that you are fluent in Spanish. Most of us have never heard you speak in Spanish, so there are going to be a lot of folks who can understand you. So we're going to put you on the spot and maybe just have you say something to the fans in Spanish.
Bueno, quería decir muchas gracias a toda la gente hispana.
He's just saying thanks to all the Hispanic audience.
Tengo un poquito de sangre española.
I have a little bit of Spanish blood.
Aquí estoy intentando ganar muchos partidos y espero que
Here I am, trying to win matches in New York. And now to the next match. Thank you very much.
In single language, he is moving into the quarterfinals. Alex de Minaur.
I've never heard him speak Spanish. Of course, spent most of his early years in Spain.
He does have a Spanish accent, if that makes sense. An Iberian Spanish accent, if you follow. Yeah, I don't think Minaur played unbelievably well. But anyway, it is what it is. Shall we redirect you from this stream to the Rublev Felix stream? Shall we do that? I think it makes sense. So yeah, thanks for joining us today. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing and all that other jazz. Thank you for, of course, joining us for the Riedi stream, but that's one of 7 streams we have. And I'm going to redirect you now to the Andrey Rublev Felix Auger-Aliassime stream, which is very much alive and kicking at the beginning of the second set, with Felix having a break point right now on the Rublev serve. So yeah. Sorry, no, Rublev having a break point on the Felix serve. Does that make sense? I hope. So Felix here on the serve. It's used now. Minaur through in 3 sets over Riedi. He awaits the winner, of course, of Rublev Felix Auger-Aliassime. Okay, game point again for Felix after a 23-shot rally. Game point here, so for Felix. And it is going to be a hold. Big hold, that one for Felix. It was a tough, tough hold for the French-Canadian. And he does lead now 1-love, albeit on serve. At the beginning of the second set, he won the first set by 7-5, did Felix. Felix was down 4-2 at one stage, but he won 5 of the last 6 games to seal that set. Okay, Rublev hit a serve, flips the net and goes long. $15 Andrey Rublev. Becomes 15 all. A bit of doubles updates. Kravitz and Putz are up a set to love in their encounter. Let's get the Mukova Kostuk. Okay, so that's coming up shortly, but we've also got Iga as well. Iga Swiatek coming up in her encounter. She'll be on Armstrong, I think, right? Right now. So Rublev has a game point here for 40-30, or with 40-30, sorry. Game point for 1-all. He's got it after Felix dumps a forehand into the net. So 1 game all on Ash. 2 matches starting very, very soon. One is Marta Kostyuk against Karolina Mukova, and the other one is Iga Swiatek against Katarina Alexandrova. Are we gonna get some fireworks there? Are we gonna get some fireworks on Ash? Not too many fireworks on Armstrong before with that 6-3, 6-2, 6-1 victory for Alex de Minaur. You get voting in our polls, by the way, on who you think are gonna win these encounters. Ooh, what a rally this is. Oh, what a backhand volley that is. Backhand smash, really, behind the back from Rublev. 30-15. Felix holds, by the way. And welcome to those of you watching on the Mukova Kostyuk stream. Welcome as well to those of you watching on the Iga Swiatek Alexandrova stream. Right now, we are honing in on the only action right now in New York, which is between Felix Auger-Aliassime and Andrey Rublev. They are playing on Arthur Ashe, but we will have Swiatek and Alexandrova coming up in a few moments on Louis Armstrong, pretty much on time, because Alex de Minaur won his match comfortably in straight sets earlier in an hour and a half over the Swiss qualifier Riedi. So as a result, this will be coming up in the next few moments. At least I'll be coming on court shortly. Mukova and Kostyuk as well will be getting underway in a little while, let's say shortly too. But yeah, let's share some scores with you on the screen. I think that wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. Felix Auger-Aliassime, by the way, he won the first set 7-5, winning 5 of the last 6 games in the set to win that 1-7-5 over Rublev, but they're on serve in the second set with Rublev serving at 1-2. Who do you think it'll be, L2, L3, or a win for Mukova today? I think Kostyuk is going to win. That's what I think, Mindy. Mindy, if you can hit subscribe, that would be amazing. Love 15 here on the Rublev serve, by the way. What do we think about Swiatek Alexandrova, by the way? What are our predictions for that particular encounter? I think Swiatek will win, but she might drop a set. Yeah, so they're about to start, or they're about to come on court in the next few minutes. As you can see, Kostyuk and Mukova, though, have to wait for a doubles match to finish before they get underway. Rublev here, 30-15. Just going to be concentrating on Rublev, Felix for the meantime, as we wait Kostyuk, Mukova, Swiatek, and Alexandrova to come on court. Osaka and Goff as well. That'll be coming up later on. Do hit that like button, by the way. And if you're new to the channel, please do hit subscribe. Shall we share our subscriber count on the screen? Maybe it might be an idea. Just to get you all excited. 30 all here on the Rublev serve, by the way. Sport and Politics here predicting a 3-set win for Iga. Game point for Andrey Rublev, by the way, who's on the forehand right now. Forehand again into the forehand of Felix, but I would try and avoid that forehand if I was you. And as a result, Felix has won that point. Deuce. See some Polish scarves. I can see Iga Swiatek on court. Headphones on. Yeah, let me know your predictions as well for Mukova against Kostyuk. See the umpire awaiting the players. Alexandrova and Swiatek. I can see Alexandrova decked out in all white. Swiatek is a black and white combo. We've got another game point here for Rublev. To just bring you up to date for the score with this one, it is Felix Auger-Aliassime up a set on Andrey. And he's going to be level on 2 games all because Felix has just dumped a forehand into the net. So it is 2 all in the second set. For those of you wondering what my predictions have been for today, I said that Minaur will beat Riedi, and that has already happened. I've also gone for Iga Swiatek over Ekaterina Alexandrova. And I've gone for Marta Kostyuk over Karolina Mukova, and I've gone for Coco Gauff over Naomi Osaka, and I've gone for Andrey Rublev over Felix Auger-Aliassime, but Andrey is a set down as we speak, and 2-2 in the second set with Felix about to serve. Igor and Alexandrova are both on court, and they are just beginning their warm-up, which means we are 5 minutes away from the commencement of that encounter. Kostyuk and Mukovic will be a little bit longer because they are waiting for the conclusion of a doubles encounter on grandstand before they get underway. But all of it, you will not miss a ball or point on Talking Tennis. The winner of Kostyuk-Mukovic, by the way, will play the winner of Osaka and Goff. The winner of Swiatek and Alexandrova will play the winner of Anisimova and Haddad Maia. So the favourites in those, in my opinion, are Anisimova and Swiatek. So with both of those winning, could be a quarter-final between the two, and it would be, of course, a replay of the Wimbledon final. Lovely forehand there from Felix. Lets that one go smartly, and it's 30-love on the French-Canadian serve. Do get commenting in the live chat, and I will try and respond to you as and when with your questions or thoughts, either on some of the action that has already taken place, is currently happening, or is about to happen in New York. Maybe even tomorrow you might have some thoughts on Taylor Fritz against Novak Djokovic, or Carlos Alcaraz against Jiří Lehecka, or Vondrousova against Sabalenka, or Pegula against... Who is Pegula playing? Johnny boy? Oh, Krejcikova. Yeah. Maybe you got some thoughts on that, or perhaps even Krejcikova's epic 3-set win yesterday over Townsend, saving 8 match points incredibly as well. They were not just, let's keep the ball in play and let's play it safe. She was taking risks left, right, and center. Felix here, 30-15 on his serve. Forehand Felix. Oh, that passing attempt from Andrey has just missed. 40-15. So we now see Swiatek and Alexandrova practicing serves, which means we're around about a minute away from them getting underway on Louis Armstrong. As I said, a little bit longer for Kostyuk and Mukovic to get underway. And Felix Auger-Aliassime has held serve for 3-2 against Andrey Rublev. Sport and Politics has predicted a 3-set win for Iga Swiatek today. What do you think? Let me know in the live chat. There is Iga's team, which of course nowadays includes Wim Fissette. Her former coach, Viktor Rovsky, of course, is now a coach of Naomi Osaka. So a lot of Polish presence because Naomi, of course, is playing later on today. We might even see a semi-final between Naomi Osaka and Iga Swiatek. That would be exciting. Wim Fissette up against his predecessor, Viktor Rovsky. So they are just about to get underway, and that's Swiatek-Alexandrova clash. Ooh, that's a disappointing volley from Felix at the net there. It was on the run, but you'd expect him to make that. And he didn't. So it's 15-love Rublev, 2-3. Alexandrova is going to serve first, by the way, in the match with Swiatek. As we welcome viewers on Instagram, thank you for joining us. Do get in the comments as well. Let us know what you think. Iga's on the defense here. Alexandrova on the attack. And Alexandrova misses a forehand by about 27 meters. Hi to Margarita, who's just joined us on Instagram. Margarita, if you have any questions or any comments or predictions, do let us know in the comment section on Instagram. We will be covering the Iga Swiatek versus Alexandrova fourth round clash, but we've also got our eyes on Felix Auger-Aliassime against Andrey Rublev, and we'll also be keeping across Mukova versus Kostyuk. Forehand from Rublev goes long, so 40-15 on the Russian serve. Iga, by the way, is all over Alexandrova here, right here, and is love 40 already on a Katarina serve. She's dominating the opening passages of this match. Rublev, by the way, 40-30 on his serve over on Ash. And it's deuce, by the way, now on the Rublev serve. Oh, incredible precision here from Iga in this rally. It is 15-40 right now. Not enough depth there from Alexandrova. She's probably a little bit anxious here. She's trying to save another break point, and she gets away with it because there's a mishit from Iga Swiatek, 30-40. Meanwhile, we've got a break point for Felix Auger-Aliassime on Arthur Ashe. Is Iga Swiatek going to get the break here? She is. Net cord there in the favor of Alexandrova, but it did give the Iga the chance to attack Big Star because the ball set up nicely. She attacked. Alexandrova couldn't deal with it. She dumps the forehand into the net, and it is 1-game-to-love with a break already for Iga Swiatek. And Felix Auger-Aliassime has broken Andrey Rublev as we're seeing a mini meltdown from the Russian. Not by his standards, a big one, but we're seeing plenty of frustration as he throws his racket down to the ground there. 4-2. So, Felix Auger-Aliassime up a set and a break on Andrey Rublev. Iga Swiatek is up an early break on Alexandrova. Kostyuk and Mukova not yet underway because there is a doubles match still occurring on Grandstand. They will be starting very, very soon. Wim Fissette must be feeling pretty pleased with both himself right now in terms of Iga's progress, but also in terms of his job security, bearing in mind the pressure he would have been under post-French Open, but the grass court season, which included, of course, a final in Bad Homburg and then winning the title in Wimbledon, very much probably secured his position at the helm of the coaching team for the remainder of this year at the very least. And who knows, there may yet be a US Open title to add to the resume. Felix goes down the tee with that serve, but then misses the backhand, so 15 all, as he seeks to consolidate the serves. Swiatek double fault, by the way, so it is love 15 over on Louis Armstrong. Do hit that like button, by the way, and if you're watching and you haven't already hit subscribe, please do so. If you hit subscribe, by the way, you will have the pleasure of seeing our subscriber count tick over. It is just below me right here, you see, where it says 19,234. If you hit subscribe, you'll see that number tick over to 235. And you can do a little dance and know that that was you who made a difference. Okay, 30-15 Felix Auger-Aliassime. Swiatek has won the next point as well, so for 15 all. These are the two matches currently underway in New York. There'll not be any more than 3 at any stage today because it's only grandstand Louis Armstrong and Arthur Ashe that are being used today. Only one match as well on the single side on grandstand, and that is Mukova against Kostyuk. Backhand cross court there from Iga. Lovely backhand down the line from Alexandrova, forcing the error with Swiatek on the run. So it's 15-30. Felix is consolidated for 5-2. Andrey in trouble. Down a set and a break. Swiatek here. Up an early break Alexandrova, but she is 15-30 on her serve. And it's going to be a second serve for Ekaterina to look at. Oh, that's a risky second serve. And it's 15-40. 15-40, so 2 break points for Alexandrova. For those of you predicting a comeback from Andrey Rublev in the second set, I have bad news for you. He's losing 5-2 in the second set. So Felix is just 1 game away. 2 break points here for Alexandrova. Down the tee. Good first serve there from... but she's put the backhand into the net and we're back on serve. So 2 games, 2 breaks. Alexandrova 1 all. And it'll be Ekaterina, the number 13 seed, to serve. Katerina coach there, Igor Andreev. We're just seeing him with the hat there. Do get your predictions, by the way, for any of the matches today. I have gone for Andrey to beat Felix, which doesn't look good right now, of course. Especially as Andrey has just hit that forehand, so it's love 15. And Felix is 3 points away from winning the second set. Oh, but Felix has missed the forehand, so 15 all. Double fault from Alexandrova, 30-15. Meanwhile, Rublev has won the next point for 30-15 himself, as he's serving to stay in this second set, 2-5 down. Goes down the tee with that serve, and Felix goes long with a forehand return, so 40-15. Alexandrova here on the attack, but Iga dealing with this quite well on the forehand side. Not that one, though. She puts the forehand into the net, 40-15. For those of you tuning in saying, where is Mukova Kostyuk? Well, they have not yet started. They're waiting. We're waiting for a doubles match to conclude. Before that one begins, that doubles match has now concluded, by the way, on Grandstand, with Putz and Kravitz, the German duo beating Winiger, I should say, perhaps, and Williams, as Katerina Alexandrova is held for 2-1, by the way. So what does this mean, by the way, the conclusion of that match on Grandstand? It means that we're not far away from Kostyuk and Mukova getting underway in the next few minutes. Anyway, Swiatek will come back to the court in a moment or two after the change of ends. She's serving at 1-2. Felix Auger-Aliassime is serving 5-3. He's serving for the second set. He goes wide with that first serve. So a second serve here for Andrey to look at. He has broken Felix once in this match so far. Oh, is that a forehand winner from Felix? It is a runaround forehand winner as well, no less. 15-love. Felix goes down the tee. Miss-hit return from Andrey. He's going to go long. And it is 30-love. So Felix is 2 points away from winning the second set for a 2-sets-to-love lead. I certainly didn't have a straight sets win for Felix on my bingo card today, that's for sure. Swiatek serving here at 1-2. Backhand return is into the net from Alexandrova. Backhand return here from Rublev. Forehand to forehand right now. Lovely forehand there from Rublev. Rublev's still in charge of this point, really, because of these forehands. But he's going to miss that forehand. And it's 40-love, Felix Auger-Aliassime. 3 set points for the Canadian. Iga Swiatek is 15-all on her serve after missing that backhand. Dun, dun, dun. 3 set points. Missed first serve from Felix. Second serve. Good serve there from Iga down the tee, 30-15. 3 set points here for Felix Auger-Aliassime. Where are you going with this serve? You're going down to the tee to the backhand. Sorry, to the forehand. But he's going to miss it. It's a good serve from Felix. And he wins the second set by 6-3. If Andrey Rublev is going to reach his 11th Grand Slam quarterfinal, he's going to have to do so the hard way. 2-sets-to-love down to Felix Auger-Aliassime. Felix is playing solid. Felix got broken quite early in this match, but then a run from 4-2 down in the second set, winning 5 of 6 games. That was the turning point in the match, and he's continued it into the second set. Those second set stats, by the way, Rublev getting just 44% of his first serves in. That is too low if you want to win tennis matches of this caliber. And Felix, by the way, getting 67% of his first serves in, but crucially, he's winning 86% of his first serves. 2-sets-to-love, he leads, does Felix, as he bears down on another US Open quarterfinal, his first one, though, since 2021, as I see Anthony joining us on Instagram. Thank you for joining us. If you are watching on Instagram or on YouTube or on Twitch, do get in the comment section and let us know your thoughts on any of these matches that are happening right now, or perhaps even any of the matches that are still to come. Obviously, Coco Gauff and Naomi Osaka is a standout match on the horizon. Perhaps you're interested in Bublik versus Sinner as well. All of them, by the way, will be live on Talking Tennis today. Swiatek here has a game point for 2-all. Good forehand return there from Alexandrova. But that backhand is going to go long. And after 2 breaks, we've had 2 holds. And it is 2 games all on Louis Armstrong. Allez, Felix, says Jay. Allez, Felix, indeed. Good news for the French Canadian as he leads by 2 sets to love. Jay, where are you from in Canada, by the way? I think you're from Canada, or I think you live in Canada. Make sure you hit that like button, by the way. And of course, if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. So Rublev to serve at the beginning of the 3rd set, goes into the net on that first serve. Swiatek mishitting that return. She did have a love 15 advantage on the Alexandrova serve, but it's now 15-all. Still waiting for Kostyuk and Mukova to get underway. Should be getting underway in the next few minutes because that court is now vacant after the doubles conclusion. Alexandrova here leading 30-15. And Rublev is beginning this set in an inauspicious manner, losing the first point. It is love 15 on the Russian serve. That was an incredible backhand winner, by the way, from Alexandrova to get to 30-15. Rublev wins the next point for 15-all. Alexandrova is at 40-15 on her serve. And she holds with an ace. Yeah, just a reminder, Putz and Kravitz, the German combo, winning their doubles match early on today in straight sets. Meanwhile, Rublev serving the beginning of the 3rd set, 30-all on his serve. Swiatek and Alexandrova are on serve at the change of ends, so we'll just hone in on Felix against Andrey for a moment. An hour and 44 minutes on the clock on Arthur Ashe. A run-around forehand return. Not the first time we've seen that one today. And it's going to help him win the point, Felix. And he's going to have a break point at the beginning of the 3rd set as we see Billie Jean King enter the arena. Okay, so a break point here. Oh, you've gone to the forehand, Andrey. Doesn't seem to be the smartest move today. And it's a break of serve. It was a decent return from Felix that Andrey couldn't deal with. And yeah, 1-love, Felix Auger-Aliassime. Felix leading 2 sets to love and now has an early break in the 3rd. Jumpers around the neck. What do we think? It's a big no-no for me. Oh, thank you, whoever our latest subscriber is, by the way. The noise you hear in the background, by the way, is Alexandrova against Swiatek, and Swiatek is up 30-love. Jay here saying that he lives in Toronto but has family in Quebec. And Jane is not happy that her favorite, or one of her favorites, Andrey Rublev, is staring down the barrel right now. Whether you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, or on Instagram, do please get in the comments and tell us what you're thinking about some of these matches or anything else that's still to come in New York. Or maybe you want to reflect on some of the happenings yesterday, including that epic win for Krejcikova over Townsend that included 8 match point saves. Maybe you're purring over Djokovic's straight sets win over Jan-Lennard Struff. Maybe you're excited for his upcoming clash against Taylor Fritz. It's a lovely forehand winner there from Iga Swiatek for 40-15. Still waiting for Mukova and Kostyuk to get underway, but it will be any moment. Felix Auger-Aliassime has a 15-love lead at the beginning of this second game of the third set. Felix in the driving seat right now, up 2 sets to love and an early break in the third. Swiatek here trying to gain parity. And she's got it after Alexandrova errs with a forehand return that goes long. And so it is 3-all in the first set. Meanwhile, Felix here serving at 15-all. Sorry, Jay. I hope that wasn't Jay just unsubscribing. We've just dropped a subscriber from 235 to 234. Jay, feel free to say your name, but also feel free to not say your name. It's up to you. We're cool. I can continue to call you Jay as well. That's fine. Felix Auger-Aliassime 30-15 on his serve. Swiatek has won the first point on the Alexandrova serve. So it is love 15 here. We did have an early exchange of breaks for both players, but since then we've seen 4 holds of serve. Ooh, 2 shots there that were super close. One was from Alexandrova, which just clipped the line, the baseline that is. And then it was Iga who just missed her forehand down the line. So 15-all. Good, Jay. Good. I'd be very disappointed if you did unsubscribe, just because I didn't realize. I guess I said he, where do you live? Or he lives in Canada. Maybe I said that. I don't know. Okay, 15-30 here on the Alexandrova serve. Felix, by the way, is held for 2-love. Oh dear, Andrey Rublev. As Ghosty suggested earlier, maybe the 3-set or the 5-set, win over Wong covered a few cracks. It's a backhand winner there from Felix. By the way, just honing in now on Iga against Alexandrova. We've got 2 points for Iga Swiatek. So it's 15-40 on the Alexandrova serve. Oh, how have you missed that, Alexandrova? Oh, my goodness me. She just had to tap it back over the net to win the point. Iga on the defense. Wow. Iga on the defense gets a racket on a ball. It lands just over the net, but Alexandrova is there in plenty of time. And all she has to do is just tap it over the net. She's kind of a bit confused because she comes into the net ready to hit it with some venom on the forehand, just put it away. But then she sort of changes her mind towards the end of her motion and realizes that Iga's so far out of play, she doesn't need to hit it with any pace. Oh, and she just needs to tap it over the net. And yet she failed to do so. And Iga Swiatek breaks. 4-3 she leads with a break. And when they return to the court, she'll be looking to consolidate it for a 5-3 lead. Kostyuk and Mukova are underway at 30 all. Mukova is serving, by the way, so it's 30 all on the Carolina serve. And it's going to be a break point for Marta Kostyuk, early doors. Swiatek back on court now, 4-3, 25 minutes on the clock. Mukova saves that break point, by the way, so it's deuce. Oh, an ace from Iga, just clipping the line. A disconsolate looking Andrey Rublev right now as he stares down the barrel of defeat on Alcaraz. A few more games to go yet there, but 2 sets to love and a breakdown. It would take a Herculean level of comebacks from Andrey. Swiatek there, serving well, serving bombs. 5-3, she now leads. So Alexandrova is going to serve to stay in the first set. Mukova has a game point, by the way. And Felix Auger-Aliassime is serving at 2-1 in the third set with a break. Oh, we just gained a subscriber, so thank you very much, whoever that was. Alexandrova here on the attack. She's put that forehand away, so 15 love. Forehand return here from Iga. Good depth there from Katerina. But it's not one of the point yet, despite that miss hit from Iga. Iga getting away with one there. A low net clearance as well from both players at the moment. Iga loving that shape, of course. A slice from Alexandrova. Wonderful backhand winner down the line from Iga Swiatek. 15 all. She apologizes for the miss hit, but boy, oh boy, what a winner. Another break point, by the way, for Marta Kostyuk in what is turning into an epic opening game of the match on grandstand between Kostyuk and Mukova. Can she convert? She's had a break point before. Let's see that come and go. Wonderful +1 there from Alexandrova for 30-15. Meanwhile, Felix Auger-Aliassime, 15 all on his serve. Double fault for Felix, 15-30. Next up on Arthur Ashe will be Coco Gauff against Naomi Osaka. Meanwhile, 40-15 for Alexandrova. 2 game points. Felix ace down the tee. Oh, Andrey, look at that look on his face. 30 all. 10th ace of the match for Felix. Wonderful return winner there for Iga Swiatek, 40-30. And Mukova has saved a break point and now has a game point of her own. Second serve here for Swiatek to look at as well. Meanwhile, we've got a break point for Andrey Rublev over on Arthur Ashe. Just as they approach the 2-hour mark. Double fault from Alexandrova, so deuce as she serves to stay in the first set. Break point, Felix Auger-Aliassime is facing here. Let's see how this one pans out. Is this going to be a chink of light that Andrey needs to get back into this match? Backhand return. Backhand from Felix is a winner down the line. Deuce. Cool as a cucumber. The Canadian. Mukova's held for 1 love, by the way. Double fault from Alexandrova, and we've got a set point for Iga Swiatek. Andrey defending, but goes for the passing shot, and it's going to land just out. And Iga Swiatek, breaking news, has won the first set over Alexandrova, much to the chagrin of the Russian. 6-3. She's annoyed with herself as much as anything else. Felix has Andrey on the run, and that's going to land out, and Felix holds for 3-1. First set stats between Iga and Ekaterina. Iga winning 82% of her first serves. Iga hitting 10 winners to Alexandrova's 7, and Iga getting 5 breakpoint opportunities and converting on 3 of those occasions. Alexandrova was pretty ruthless on the 1 breakpoint that she had, taking that. And by the way, yeah, so 10-7, Iga leads the breaks. The winners count. But the most important stat of all is that Iga has won the first set by 6-3. After a net there, really. Alexandrova was in charge, having got a good serve in, but she netted for an unforced error. Just a fraction over half an hour on the clock for 9 games. So it's been a pretty swift set that Swiatek has won. Meanwhile, Kostyuk serving at love 1:15:30. Just seeing a replay, by the way, of that shot on top of the net that Alexandrova missed. Deary me. So Swiatek to start this second set, and it's 15-love after an unreturned serve. Kostyuk winning the next point quite crucially to get to 30 all. Rublev serving at 1-3, 40-15. Do hit that like button, by the way. And of course, if you are new and you haven't already done so, please do hit subscribe. And you'll see this number just below me tick over. Rublev holds, so he's making Felix work for this, 3-2. Mukova has a break point on Kostyuk. Ekaterina Alexandrova with that return into the net means 30 love for Iga. And we've got a break point for Mukova. Remember, she saved a couple of break points on serve in the first game. Now she's got one of her own in the second. Felix Auger-Aliassime is 3 holds away from a place in the quarterfinals. It's a great return from Alexandrova, forcing the error, I would argue, from the racket of the eager Swiatek forehand, 30-15. But that's good aggressive play there from Swiatek to bring up a game point, 4-2 for 1 love, sorry, 40-30. Felix Auger-Aliassime here serving at 3-2, but good play there from Andrey, forcing the error on the forehand side from Felix, meaning love 15 after the Canadian went long. Remember, in the previous service game of Felix, there was a breakpoint opportunity for Andrey. He's just applying a bit more pressure to the Felix serve, unlike the second set. Swiatek holds for 1 love. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Good serve there from Felix, 40-15. Backhand return from Andrey is not dealt with, or couldn't deal with it. Alexandrova goes down the tee. Decent return from Iga given the circumstance, and perhaps that unnerved Alexandrova, who has sliced it into the tram line, and it is love 15 on Alexandrova's serve. Felix, by the way, is held for 4-2. Felix has just shaken his racket, saying, guys, I'm 2 games away from a Grand Slam quarterfinal. Once again. It's been a while. 2022, I think, was the last time he was in a quarterfinal of a Slam, when he lost in 5 sets to Daniel Medvedev, and he had a match point in that particular encounter as well. It's never been in the semi-finals of a Slam other than New York. Had a forehand chance there, did Felix, but he's put it long, so 15 love for Rublev. That return from Iga's too big, so 30-15. Meanwhile, Mukova has raced into a 3-love lead on Marta Kostyuk over on Grandstand. Well, well, well. Do hit that like button, by the way. And let me know in the live chat, how many likes do we have on this video? 40 love Andrey Rublev. Not sure he'll be liking things very much right now. Down 2 sets to love and a break. But at least he has 40 love on his serve. Lovely shape on that forehand from Iga. It's put her in a great position, and she puts that forehand away. 30 all, as she seeks an early break at the beginning of the second set. Wow, Marta Kostyuk had a break point opportunity in the first game. Wasn't able to take it. She then got broken. Mukovas raced into that 3-love lead with a hold there as well. So yeah, things looking good for Karolina in the first set at least. Meanwhile, Rublev, 40-30 on his serve. Wonderful backhand winner there from Iga Swiatek from a neutral position. She's probably the best in the world at that. Just from that neutral mid-court point. So she has a break point. Andrey Rublev's held for 4-3, by the way, or 3-4. That's the way you save a break point, Alexandrova. Unlike that little tippy-tappy thing that didn't go over the net in the, at 3-all in the first set. That time she serves an ace down the tee at 96 miles an hour. Deuce. Ooh, just missed that serve. Second serve here for Iga at deuce. That was 109 miles an hour, that serve from Alexandrova. Forehand return from Iga's got good depth on it. Into the rally, but she's hit that forehand into the net, has the pole. Advantage Alexandrova. Iga, of course, defending quarterfinal points from last year when she got to the quarterfinals before losing to Pegula. She's looking to at least equal that with a win today. But really, she probably has her sights on even bigger goals. Okay, second serve here. Game point though for Alexandrova. Good backhand return from Iga. It's got good depth on it. But that backhand's gone long from the pole and it's 1-all. Kostyuk serving at love 3-15. Love, she leads. Over on Arthur Ashe. New balls for Felix Auger-Aliassime. He's leading 4-3. 2 games away from the US Open quarter final. It's a good forehand from Felix, and Rublev can't do much with that, so it's 15 love. Second serve Swiatek here at 1-all. Backhand return into the backhand of Iga. Forehand. Good forehand winner there from Alexandrova. Ace down the tee from Swiatek. Oh, what a backhand winner there from Iga Swiatek for 30-15. Meanwhile, Felix Auger-Aliassime is at 40 love on his serve. Goes down the tee. Andrey can't deal with that. And it is 5-3 Felix. He is 1 game away now from a place in the US Open quarterfinal. His first quarterfinal will be in 3.5 years. More than 3.5 years. (40-15) Iga Swiatek. Body serve there from Andrey does the trick. 15 love. Meanwhile, Iga Swiatek 40-15. Ace, hold, 2-1. Ruthless. Kostyuk and Mukova, by the way, must be they're involved in some epic rallies. $30 all. Over on Grandstand, the only match today on Grandstand. Rublev races into a 40-love lead. Considering the pressure, that's pretty impressive. And it's an ace down the tee from the Russian for 5-4. So he's keeping Felix honest. Okay, Alexandrova here, 15 love. Kostyuk deuce with Mukova. As Mukova seeks a double break lead. But the headlines are about to potentially be written. Well, I think a headline of some sort will be written, whatever happens in this game, on Arthur Ashe, with Felix Auger-Aliassime serving for the match and a place in the US Open quarterfinal, where he'll play Alex de Minaur. Ace out, not an ace out wide, sorry, got a net cord there, but it's okay for Felix. Sorry, I thought it was an ace, but Andrey did really well to get his racket on it. Got his racket on it, got enough purchase to get it back over the net, albeit it did clip the net. And then Felix had a job to do, but a job he did. 15 love. Forehand winner for the Canadian. Tense moments for both players, whichever way you look at it. Rublev battling for his US Open life. Ace down the tee from Felix, cool as a cucumber. 30 love. Just going to turn the volume down on Iga against Alexandrova to avoid confusion. Felix Auger-Aliassime is at 30 love for a place in the US Open quarterfinals. First serve lands in. Andrey gets it back, but the forehand has missed from Felix. A little tight on the forehand there. I picked Marta Kostyuk to beat Karolina Mukova. So, I also picked Andrey Rublev to beat Felix Auger-Aliassime. And we've got 3 match points. My mistake with that forehand, it landed in. It landed in. It must have been just clipped the line. Anyway, 3 match points here. Felix Auger-Aliassime goes down the tee, but misses on the first serve. It's a much-needed miss as far as Andrey Rublev is concerned. Second serve for Felix Auger-Aliassime. A spot up for grabs against Alex de Minaur in the next round. Backhand return from Andrey. On the aggression here. Forehand from Andrey. Backhand winner down the line from Felix Auger-Aliassime. A nod of the head. A much calmer response for this victory, probably because it felt like it's been in the bag for some time. He beats Andrey Rublev in straight sets. 7-5, 6-3, 6-4. Defying my predictions of an Andrey Rublev win or a win of any sorts I thought was going to be 4 or 5 sets, lengthy and arduous. But no, Felix had other ideas and really had other ideas from 4-2 down in the first set when he won 5 of the next 6 games. That was the turning point. He then raced out and won that first set by 7-5, then puts himself in the driving seat in the second and third sets with break advantages that he never ceded and never really looked like it. There was a break point opportunity for Andrey at the beginning of the third set or early doors in the third set, but Felix just served too well. The forehand delivered pretty well today, maybe not quite as on fire as it was against Alexander Zverev at the weekend, but Labor Day in New York, more work to be done for Andrey if he's to be in a Grand Slam quarterfinal. He was hoping for his 11th Grand Slam quarterfinal with a win today, but he wasn't able to get over the line. He loses in straight sets, and it's Felix in his first Grand Slam quarterfinal since January 2022. Andrey, back to the drawing board, my friend, as you wave to the crowd. Felix, though, presses on, and he's going to press his case for a spot in the semi-finals, potentially against Jannik Sinner at that stage. He's going to be playing Alex de Minaur next. Well. Who saw this run from Felix? Not me, that is for sure. Iga Swiatek, by the way, has broken Alexandrova and leads 3-1 in the second set. Mukova, by the way, did not get that second break on Kostyuk, so she's 3-1, 40 love. I'm going to switch over right now to that encounter. It's a second US Open quarterfinal for Felix. He actually made the semis in 2021. I think he lost to Medvedev at that stage, and that was a really purple patch for his career, the end of 2021 and into 2022, where he was just getting deep in every slam. Second weeks at least, anyway. So let's get Mukova up on the phone against Kostyuk. Mukova leads 4-1 with a break, but it could have been even worse for Kostyuk, so perhaps she'll be pleased to only be 1 break down. Iga Swiatek has a game point for 4-1, by the way, to replicate the score of Mukova. And yeah, for those of you tuning into the Felix and Rublev match, well, Felix is through in straight sets. We can divert you from the Felix-Andrey encounter to Karolina Mukova, if you wish, against Marta Kostyuk, which probably right now is the slightly more intriguing encounter. Bearing in mind, Iga is now leading 4-1 in the second set, so she's up a set and 4-1. Kostyuk and Mukova are still in the earlier stages of their encounter. And we will, of course, have Naomi Osaka coming up shortly against Coco Gauff in probably the blockbuster match of the day, arguably. Jay here saying, I'm biased, but I do think Felix has a decent chance against de Minaur. Good on Felix. Nice to see him playing well, says Ashley. Indeed. Yeah. All right, I'm going to end this stream, but if you just stay, I think you'll automatically get redirected to Kostyuk against Mukova. So just sit back, enjoy the tennis. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.